What is recovery? What is rock bottom? Where is your low? Where do you call it quits? I know that's something that I've thought about and I've been at, and I had to come to Jesus call, and there's a lot of people that hit rock bottom. So what is recovery? Recovery is coming back to reality. What is rock bottom? It is saying that I can't do this anymore. So I'm starting a 3-part series about looking at what does it mean to start going into recovery? What are the next steps and where do we go from here? Because those are huge decisions and huge steps that we have to go through. And I know that a lot of us have thought about it, and it is impossible to be in these situations and be at rock bottom and know where do we go from here. So the question is, what got you to your rock bottom? Brought you to that breaking point? I know for me, it was the fact that I couldn't repeat the cycle of what I saw. I couldn't repeat the cycle of getting drunk every night and waking up and trying to figure out, am I fitting in? Is this what I want my life to be like? Am I going to be dependent on this? I've watched friends and family become so dependent on substances that they've lost their jobs, that they've walked away from relationships, that it took everything away from them. That was rock bottom for them. They became so far out of reality that they didn't know what was up anymore. So it's what is going to say, I can't do this anymore. I can't. This isn't the life I want. I don't want to lose this job. I don't want to disappoint my kids or my wife or my family. I don't want to hear that I'm just another failure. I don't want to spend all this money and just fail out of school again. I don't want. That's the key. I don't want. But what's next? Where's the next step? What are the next steps? That's in the next video. So the next steps are scary because you've now made the decision that you want to get out of the rock bottom. You don't want to disappoint everyone, but you don't know what to do next. The biggest thing is to figure out your why. Why do you want to do this? It has to be for you. It can't be for anyone else. Why? I know my why was because I wanted to live a better life. I didn't want to follow down the path that I saw so many of my family members go down, so many of my friends go down. I didn't want to be another statistic. I didn't want to be another failure. So my why was to be a success. My why was to be the first one to graduate from college in my family. My why was to find a good job. My why was bigger than me. So what's your why? That's the first thing. You have to figure out what your why is. Because if you don't have your why, you won't succeed. You won't stay clean and sober because it won't be strong enough if it's just for your family, if it's just for your wife, if it's just for your kids, because it's not going to be strong enough to keep you straight. It has to be for you. I promise you that. And then after you figure out your why, it's looking at, is it detox? Is it social? Is it medical? Where's the next step? What's the resources? Who do you need to talk to? Where's the next steps? Let me get you some of the things you can call. Firstly, you can dial 211 and they can give you some resources in your area about who you can call to find some resources in order to get started. You can do a Google search. I know here in the state of Tennessee, you can dial 211 and get some local resources for social detoxes or medical detox centers. There's a lot. So the next steps are there. You also have Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, Eating Anonymous. There's very specific groups that you can join to help. But I recommend getting into a detox residential, getting out of your normal routine, because that's going to give you the best bet to succeed, because changing the person, place, and things to start off with will help. Anyway, follow me and you'll get more tips and resources and things to help you along the way as we go on this journey together to help find resilience and self-care and recovery on this path that many of us go on, because it just doesn't have to be substances. It could be trauma. It can be spiritual. It can be sexual. It can be recovering from so many things. So just follow along with me on this journey. And I hope that we can see healing and progress as we move along. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the flip side.